Hola, what's up, guys? So this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about an experience that I just had. Yes, I'm still clearing things out. I still use the R.O.A.R technique every single day. Relax, observe, allow, release. And I've been moving through a lot of stuff in the heart area. So when I talk about this stuff, there's a couple things I want to say before I explain my experience. One, you may not have the same experiences. As a matter of fact, you probably will have different experiences. However, the idea with this channel is to be raw and show you guys what I'm actually going through as I alchemize the traumas that have been stored in my body for who knows, maybe lifetimes. Not in my body, but in the cellular memory, right? So don't think that if you're not experiencing what I'm experiencing, it's not working, or don't think you have to go through what I go through. You may go through exactly what I go through. You may have similar experiences. The idea here is to give you a picture of what this soul is going through, and you can then from that see, maybe you'll experience similar things. And plus, it's just me giving you my raw truth. So also, the second thing I'll say is for people that have not used the R.O.A.R technique, have not started to clear traumas, this is going to sound very metaphysical. It's going to sound almost like not believable. But once you start working with your energy field, I use the R.O.A.R technique, whatever you use, then people that have worked with their energy field will be like, yes, this is real. And for those of you that are really doing the work or about to do the work, this could be very, very helpful for you. Okay, so yesterday, as a lot of stuff is starting to clear out of my heart, I felt like this massive, even Michael Singer talked about this. As you're clearing the heart, sometimes you get chest pain. Like it's almost scary. Like you can feel this stuff alchemizing in your heart. Like it's breaking, the energy's breaking open the blockages in the heart. And yet I had like this line across here. It felt like this piece of concrete with little holes in it. It was like breaking. And so I was excited because I felt similar things before, but it's just, the one thing I'll say is there's almost always more to go. You always feel like, oh my God, I'm there. And then you just find out there's more, and it just gets clearer and cleaner and cleaner. And so this is me being vulnerable and just telling you guys where I'm at. So yesterday I had that in my chest, and I could feel like I had such strong flow of Shakti yesterday. Like it was so, like I was going to go to the gym at like 11. I couldn't even go because I was just like laying on the couch, just feeling this super strong energy and just accepting it. And so I ended up going later on. But what happened was I felt like something break open. And this is kind of a great analogy is like the tide coming in and out. So the Shakti or the Kundalini energy will come in and it'll push and it'll make you uncomfortable. It'll break through things and then it'll pull back out. And it's just everything is cyclical in this world of duality. It goes in, it comes out. And the same with your spiritual journey. You push real hard. We talked about it in the pendulum video and it comes back out. So it pushed real hard. I broke something loose and it came back out. And last night I wasn't feeling bad, but I was just feeling heavy. And I used to grind my teeth when I slept, and I ground my teeth last night because I could tell when I woke up, And so I'm like, okay, there's something moving. And then this morning I'm like sitting here doing my meditation and I'm like, I just feel really dull, like cut off from the energy. Like I felt this really heaviness. And so my first thought was, this is the ego mind. It's so funny. Even though I do multiple roars per day, almost every single day. By the way, guys, the R.O.A.R technique, if you're new to this channel, is in the description. It's free. You just join our community. Even though I do roars every day, my ego tells me to do something else. Like go to the treadmill. I have a treadmill just down the hallway in the gym. And I could go like run. I was going to go do sprints because, that'll get your energy moving too. But the point is that even though you have these tools, the ego is always going to tell you to do other things just because it doesn't want this to happen. Like just be aware of that. So then it's almost like I remembered, oh yeah, just do a roar, bro. Like it felt this time though, it felt so heavy that even when I sat in meditation and I took my awareness to it, it was like this channel it's still on this left side. This is the Ida pathway, which is the feminine side, which takes longer for men to clear this out generally. And it just felt so heavy that even when I was doing my meditation, I was like, this ain't moving, man. Like, it's just like, it felt like black molasses, like tar stuck in like a lawn skinny thing right here. Sorry, man. I've seen this stuff. Like I've done this for so long now. I can actually feel and see the energies, and you'll start to get that way too. The reason I said I was sorry is because I know that people that are new to this are going to be like, what the heck are you talking about? trust me, your whole body works on energy. And you, as you increase your awareness and your presence and your truth, you begin to actually notice these things in your body. You'll see where they come out. You'll see them clear out. You'll see little pictures of where you were when it got in there. It's crazy. Like, you actually, sometimes you experience, sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's just a black mass. It comes out. If you've watched my R.O.A.R video, I explain this in detail. So I was thinking that this wasn't moving. I'm like, okay, I surrender to where I'm at right now. I'm not feeling like, I felt quote unquote normal, like back to the way I used to feel, which wasn't bad, but it was just like, I don't have like this buzzing, like, feeling like I have for the last few weeks. So I'm like, oh yeah, just do a R.O.A.R, man. Like, sit down and really do a R.O.A.R. So I laid down and I took my awareness to that energy, and it was just so dense. It was like right here. And it was just so dense and heavy. Like, I'm like, this shit is not moving. So I started to breathe through it. I started to like try to breathe up the pathway, and it slowly started to move. And then it finally, like, it took me probably 35 minutes, and it finally opened back up. And now I feel, when you have big movements like that, it's like I feel great, but you also feel, it's like so cathartic. It's almost like you've gone through energetic surgery. So you feel like you feel good, but you feel that the pathway's still tender. It's like the walls of it, like if your stomach's inflamed and you've emptied out your stomach, but it still feels inflamed. Sorry for the gross analogy, but that's kind of what it feels like. So it's like, it's a good time to just be graceful and patient and loving with yourself. And this is, another thing that's helped me so much, and I didn't do this as much earlier on my path, was just self-love, man. Like, just accepting where you're at and realizing, giving yourself grace, especially the places where you have blockage. Just be like, I love you. I see you. I'm sorry. Like, I appreciate you for protecting me, because the ego thinks it's protecting you, and those traumas think they're protecting you from that time when you were a kid and you got yelled at or you got beat or whatever happened, whatever happened to you. And some of the things you can remember, some of them you don't. But then it's in there, and it's like there to protect you. It's like, now I have to be here to protect Brad. It's like little Brad protecting big Brad, but big Brad grew up. He doesn't need little Brad anymore. But little Brad's still down there, like holding on with all of his might, trying to protect me. But he's actually blocking shocking, right? So it's kind of hard to talk about this stuff, because for some people it's going to sound crazy. But like I said, if you're on the pathway, or if you're about to be on the pathway, this is all going to make sense to you. So I was able to release it. I was able to breathe through it. Now I'm just sitting here in great energy. There's still like a little subtle pulsing right here I can feel. And that's what's cool, man. When you work with this stuff, you actually start to recognize what's going on within your energy body. You can really feel it. And so I just want to come on. That just happened to me. Like, I just did that like 10 minutes ago, and the R.O.A.R got it moving again. So now I'm just relaxing into it. Maybe I'll go to the gym. Maybe I'll do a little bit of work, but just relaxing into it and being graceful with myself. And when you start getting this awareness around the body too, it's not just energy body, but you start paying more attention to what you put into your body, both your mental too. Like, you don't want to watch TV and things that's like bad, that makes you think bad things. You don't want to put food in your body that's heavy. Like last night, another part of this too, just to be completely vulnerable with you guys, I couldn't sleep because I had this energy. I can sleep, I mean, like probably only 10 times in the last 5 years I couldn't sleep. Like, I sleep like a baby, and I get up without an alarm clock. My whole life I've been that way. Last night I couldn't sleep because this energy was stuck, and I was like, my lower self, little Brad's like, I want some food. So I got up, and I don't have that much bad food, but I ordered some Mexican food the other day, and so I had these leftover tortilla chips. Nasty vegetable oils, right? So seed oils. And so I just poured some honey on them and ate them. And it made me go to sleep, which is good, but it also plugged up my system. Like the heart is like the cleanser for the energy body, and the stomach's like the cleanser for the real body, right? And so is the liver, but like it alchemizes everything. So, and they work together. Like, they work completely together. When your energy fields get cleared, your digestion gets cleared, your circulation gets better. Like it's all actually the energy is what actually runs the entire physical body. Just like the metaphysical creates the physical. And that's why I always talk in metaphysical terms, because I've spent a lot of time learning about it, feeling into it. And the metaphysical, science can't really find it or see it or measure it. So it doesn't really work for science, even though physics is starting to point to it and understand it. But the metaphysical is what's behind the science and what's behind matter, what's behind how everything works. So it's like the energy body. A lot of it is tied to sacred geometry. Sacred geometry is like the blueprint that the energy works off of to build out the body and the liver and the stomach and all that. So kind of a cool way to look at it and how it actually works. And so my point is, you start to cleanse, you start to want, like, you notice you want like apple cider vinegar in your water and cayenne pepper or whatever, and you just start to cleanse your body and you start to know what you want as your awareness rises. So that's my vulnerable share for the day. Different video. Just being honest, and I hope that this helps you guys. And if part of this too is just me keeping a journal of what I'm feeling. If I ever get lost and for whatever reason go backwards, I can come back and be like, okay, here's what I do, right? So I don't see that happening, but hopefully that's helpful. Check out the R.O.A.R. It's in the description of the video below. Cheers.